Good morning, students. Subject IP 065, and today's topic is creating tables with SQL constraint. In MySQL, we can create table using several conditionals. These constraints are known as condition only. First of all, see here one table creation statement using create table and without constraint. Create table customer, first name char 50, last name char 50, address char 50, city char 50, country char 25, birth date, data type, and at last terminator. So this is the create command for table creation without any constraint. Now see, same we can do with the help of constraint also. In SQL, there are 6 common types of constraints. A constraint is a condition or check applicable on a field or set of fields. First one is SQL not null constraint. It ensures that a column cannot have null values. Second one, default constraint, provides a default value for a column when none is specified. Third one, unique constraint, ensures that all values in a column are different. Check makes sure that all values in a column satisfy certain criteria. Primary key constraint, used to uniquely identify a row in a table. Foreign key constraint, used to ensure referential integrity of the data. One by one we will see all these constraints using example also. First one, SQL not null constraint. It ensures that a column cannot have null value. For example, here we can see create table customer, under that SID integer not null constraint is applicable here. So written here not null, comma, first name varchar 50, last name varchar 50 not null. So in both the cases, in both the column, for the column SID and for column last name, value must be there, else error will occur. It will not accept null value. Second one, SQL default constraint. SQL default constraint. The default constraint provides a default value to a column when the insert into a statement does not provide a specific value. For example, here we can see in the example given, create table student, a student ID integer, unique, last name varchar 30, first name varchar 30, and a score default 80, and execute the following SQL statement. And at the time of value insertion, for that insert statement is given insert into a student ID, last name, first name, and according to that values are also given 10, Qureshi and Jishan. So here we can see in the output, in output window it is visible that a score is also there, but at the time of value insertion we are not inserting a score, and here we can see in output a score value is given. So this is due to the default statement written at the time of table creation. Create table student, in this statement we are written here a score default 80, so that if we will not enter, then by default that 80 value will be visible in output or in view. SQL unique constraint. The unique constraint ensures that all values in a column are distinct. In order to distinct, we can say means unique. In other words, no two rows can hold the same value or a column with unique constraint. For example, in the following create table statement, we can see SID integer unique, last name varchar 30, first name varchar 30. Mean to say that this SID column will accept always unique value. Column SID has a unique constraint and hence cannot include duplicate values. Such constraint does not hold for column last name and first name. So if the table already constrained the following rows, SID 1, 2, 3, then execute and value 3, then it will give error because the value 3 already exists in the SID column, so we cannot repeat same value twice. This is the work of constant unique. Next one is our SQL check constraint. The check constraint ensures that all values in a column satisfy certain conditions. Once defined, the database will only insert a new row or update an existing row if the new value satisfies the check constraint. The check constraint is used to ensure that quality. For example, in the following create table statement we can see SID integer check SID greater than 0. So this is one condition. It is checking. So if SID value will be less than 0, in that condition it will show error. Next one, primary key constraint. A primary key is used to uniquely identify each row in a table. It can either be part of the actual record itself or it can be an artificial field. Artificial in the sense one that has nothing to do with the actual record that we can add additionally. A primary key can consist of one or more fields on a table. When multiple fields are used as a primary key, they are called composite key. In certain condition, we can see there is not a single field that can work as a primary key. In that condition, with the help of two or more than two fields, we can take the work of primary key or we can declare a primary key. So in that condition, that combination is known as composite key. When multiple fields are used as a primary key, they are called a composite key. Primary keys can be specified either when the table is created or by changing the existing table structure. At the time of table creation using create table statement and with existing table using alter table statement. Just see, with the help of example it will be clear. Defining primary key through create table command. In create table also there are two ways. Using both we can create or we can declare one column as a primary key. Just see the example, create table customer SID integer not null primary key, last name varchar 30, first name varchar 30. This is the first method where we are creating a table customer and that time only we are declaring SID, that is an integer column, and where not null constraint is already applied, we can apply primary key constraint also. Or create table customer SID integer not null, last name varchar 30, first name varchar 30, and at the end we can assign primary key constraint and the parameter of primary key will be SID column. After that, the second method, if a table is already existed, then how we can do this one? In case of defining primary key through alter table command, you can define a primary key in alter table command through keywords add primary key and then parameter will be key fields. See the example, alter table customer mean to say that table customer is already exist, and here we are going to declare SID column as primary key. So for that statement will be alter table customer add primary key SID. So now in pre-existing table customer, in that SID is a column that will be the primary key of that table. Foreign key constraint. Next one, in RDBMS, tables reference one another through common fields, and to ensure validity of references, referential integrity is enforced. Referential integrity is a system of rules that a DBMS uses to ensure that relationship between records in related tables are valid and that users don't accidentally delete or change related data. This is known as referential integrity. Referential integrity is ensured through foreign key constraint. This is implemented as explained in the following paragraph. Here we can see the two tables customer and orders are related to each other or in a relationship using the foreign key and primary key. Just see, whenever two tables are related by a common column or set of columns, then the related columns in the parent table or primary table should be either declared as a primary key or unique key, and the related column in the child table or related table should have foreign key constraint. For instance, if we have two tables having a structure as given below, table customer and table orders, where SID column of customer table is primary key and orders ID is the primary key of orders table, and customer SID column of orders table is the foreign key. In the above example, the customer SID column in the orders table is a foreign key pointing to SID column in the customer table. Just like primary key, foreign key can also be created in two ways, through create table or through alter table command. Just see here, defining foreign key through create table command. Foreign key, for that needed to write foreign key, then designated column and reference master table, primary key of master table. With the help of example it will be clear. Create table orders, order ID integer, order date, customer SID integer, amount double, primary key order ID. Before this line, in order ID column integer data type, order date data type, customer SID is the name of column and integer is the data type, amount is the name of column, double is the data type, primary key order ID. In orders table we are declaring order ID, the first column, as primary key, and customer SID, the third column, as the foreign key, and this customer SID is referencing the primary key of customer table. This customer SID is referencing the primary key SID of customer table, means the value of SID of customer table and customer SID of order table will be similar. So then only referential integrity will be fulfilled and relationship between orders table and customer table is possible. What is the benefit of relationship? Using single query we can retrieve information from both the table. Not only retrieve, we can maintain, we can insert also. So this is possible when both the table or more than one table will be in relation under one database. So for that, primary key and foreign key constants are needed to create a relationship between two tables. Here we can see defining foreign key through alter table. Alter table command, we can add foreign key definition through following syntax: alter table, table name, add foreign key, column to be designated as foreign key, reference master table, primary key of master table. So just see the example: alter table orders, add foreign key, customer SID, references customer SID. Here customer is our master table, SID is the primary key of the master table customer, then customer SID is the designated key as foreign key of orders table. So by these two ways we can declare primary key and foreign key at the time of creation or at the time of alteration also. Next one is applying table constraint. Using that, few examples are given that we can see. Here using DESC or describe keyword we can see the structure of our created table after constraint applied. So here is the end of the topic, MySQL constraint. So these are the notes. Update your notes in your notebook. Do the practice, code writing practice, how to write SQL statement. That is very important, because if single comma mistake will be there, your SQL query will not run. How to apply these constraints at the time of table creation, it is very important to do practice. Then only it will be used to. See all constants using example I given here. Just maintain in your notebook as well as do practice at regular interval. Here is the summary of the chapter. Summary of this class: a constant is a condition or check applicable on a field or set of fields. There are 6 common SQL constants. These are not null, default, unique, check, primary key and foreign key. So here few assignments also given for you. Solve these all questions. What is a constant? Name some constant that you can apply to enhance database integrity. What is primary key? What is primary key constraint? What is foreign key? What is not null constraint? So that's all for this session. Have a good day everyone. Thank you.